Hi friends, so as you probably know, it is now the month of May, and I'm going to show you our date for today. So since it's the month of May, our 4 for April has turned into a 5. So we have a 5 for May, and today is the 4th of May, so we have a 4 in the middle. And like we said, it's going to be 2020 for a while, so we have our 2020 for our year. And that usually doesn't change. Now, the reason why I told you our date and mentioned that it is now May is because May is a very special month. It's a month where we celebrate Mary, and we know that Mary was the mother of Jesus. Now, May is also the month where we celebrate our own mothers. So May is a very special month. We celebrate our own mothers, and we also celebrate Mary, who was Jesus's mother. So I actually have a story of how I celebrated Mary when I was a little younger. Now, when I was younger, I went to a Catholic school, just like you guys. It wasn't St. Margaret's, but it was a lot like St. Margaret's. I wore a uniform, just like you wear a uniform. We went to church during school, just like we go to church during school. And we honored Mary in a lot of the same ways we would at St. Margaret. Now, when I was in 8th grade, that's the biggest kids in the school, I was about 12 years old, and my class was in charge of voting for someone to crown Mary. And it was a very special job. So in 8th grade, I ended up winning. That means I got the most votes, and I was able to crown Mary. It was so special, and I'll never forget it. That's why I'm telling you this story now. I was able to, at the end of our May procession, which is a time in church where we would sing songs and our families would be there, and at the end, someone would go up and put the crown on Mary. And when I was in 8th grade, I was the one that was able to do that. So I would go up, I was able to crown Mary, everybody was singing, and I came back and I felt so special. And I know that Mary probably felt special because we were all singing for her and putting a crown on her head. So in May, we like to honor Mary. And you know what? Mrs. Schaefer told me that you guys would probably enjoy it if you saw a picture of me when I was in 8th grade on the day that I crowned Mary. So right now, at this very second, I'm going to put a picture on this video, and it is from the day that I was able to crown Mary, right now. Now, in that picture, I was much younger, so I may look a little different, but if you notice, I actually had a crown on my head, and it was a crown that was made out of flowers, and it was a crown that looked a lot like the crown that we put on Mary. Now, that was something very special that I was able to do when I was in 8th grade at my school. And at St. Margaret's, in the morning during May, when we're on the blacktop and we say our morning prayer, we usually have a statue of Mary out there. And every day, Mrs. Johnson would pick a different grade, and the teachers would pick 2 friends to go up and crown Mary. But at home, you can also honor Mary. I have a statue of Mary in my backyard, and we still crown her. Even though it's not at school, even though it's not in a church, we still put a crown on her. So I'm going to show you how I crown Mary in my backyard. This is my Mary statue in my backyard. This is the crown that we made Mary using pipe cleaners and flowers and little stars. And now I'm going to go crown Mary. If you don't have a statue of Mary, you could still make a crown out of flowers. You could use some ribbon, and you could make it really special. And you could just say a little prayer to Mary and just let her know that you still made her a crown. You don't need a statue to honor Mary during May. There are many different ways to show Mary that she's special, and we can do them at home.